only 1 in 11 million. But we can keep going to even more ludicrously unlikely events. Like, began his descent dangerously late in the day and was still 8,500 meters up when the night came. He sought shelter in a rock overhang near the body of Green Boots when he ran out of oxygen and began freezing. During the next morning, as many as 40 people passed him by as he was sitting there dying, frozen and unable to move and barely able to speak, but still horrifyingly conscious. Most did nothing to help. Some tried what they could, but believed that he was too far gone. Like Arsentiev from earlier, people were afraid that helping him could have put their own lives in danger as well. He died later that morning, frozen in a sitting down position. Many of the over 300 bodies located on the mountain are used by climbers today as landmarks as they make their way up towards the top. A dark and morbid reminder of how fragile human life is. It was 3,000 times more powerful than what happened at Mount St. Helens and ejected 100 times more ash than even the Tambora explosion did in 1815. This was enough ash to completely bury all of Luxembourg beneath a full kilometer of the stuff, or all of Argentina beneath 1 meter. It sent the planet into a decade-long winter where global temperatures dropped by as much as 15 degrees Celsius, and early humanity was possibly almost destroyed by it. The global human population may have dwindled to as few as a mere 3,000 people during those hard times, which is about the same number of people that currently follow me on Facebook and Twitter, that would eat the goats. They eventually decided that was dumb, but agreed that an all-out war needed to be declared on the goats, and every single last goat on the islands needed to be destroyed. And for that, they brought in the military. After years of debating and planning, the Galapagos Conservancy initiated Project Isabella, the systematic eradication of all goats and other pests from the Galapagos Islands. The operation at first began simply with squads of hunters crossing the islands and shooting the goats as they found them, but this was determined to not be terribly efficient or quick enough. So then they brought in helicopters with trained sharpshooters brought in from New Zealand to fly around and mow down the goats in herds. There would be 2 gunners on either side of the helicopter, and when the pilot managed to herd a group of goats together into a tight pack, they would open fire and wipe all of them out. This tactic proved effective because, like Judas, it would betray its friends to be slaughtered. Once the herd was eliminated, the hunters would always leave the Judas goat alive to go and find new friends to start the entire process over again. Everywhere the Judas goat went, it unknowingly would bring death with it. Over 2 more long years, the team employed over 900 such Judas goats to finish the war. By 2006, it was and you stood a better chance of winning that than you ever would have at winning the comparatively small $1 million grand